1971 was the year of the so-called Nixon shock, and the decision to delink the US dollar from gold. In an instant, the foundations of the Bretton Woods system and the entire global economic order set up after the war effectively collapsed. But it also had two major effects. It inadvertently created the conditions for what would become a truly global order, and it provided a sharp lesson for Europe and on the need to strengthen its economic and political power. It was a warning to reduce our dependencies, in this case, on a foreign currency. The world may be very different today, without any question, but I believe the lesson is very much the same. That geopolitical shocks can and must serve as an opportunity for Europe. And in my view, the seismic change we are going through today is an opportunity, in fact, a necessity, to build a new form of Europe. And right after Davos, the next weekend, I will travel to India. There's still work to do, but we are on the cusp of a historic trade agreement. Indeed, some call it the mother of all deals. One that would create a market of 2 billion people, accounting for almost a quarter of global GDP.
We're going to have tremendous workforce availability. We're also going to have robots helping us. We're going to have a lot of robots helping us because we need it. And because we're going to town, we're building a lot between the AI and the auto plants. So we're going to need robots. We're going to have robots, but that's going to help us.
Robots hold steady hands in the operating room, and drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
Maybe crypto is actually built for the machines and we didn't even know it. And AI can easily handle private keys and easily understands transaction hashes and like how all this stuff works. It is money that is built for computers, even before the computers to intelligently handle it were built. So I find that interesting. And perhaps those of us who were involved in crypto pre-AI were kind of just like getting the ground ready for the AI systems to have a fully developed financial system handed to them, for better or worse.
This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that.
I think stablecoins could reinforce dollar supremacy, because with stablecoins could end up being one of the largest buyers of U.S. treasuries or T-bills. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, if you are using a stablecoin in Nigeria that's backed by the U.S. dollar, you don't actually have to have dollars. It's on your phone. You can transact.
We are going big on digital assets. So Trump administration has made digital assets a priority. I've seen estimates that just over the short term, stablecoins could create $2 trillion of demand for U.S. treasuries and treasury bills. To put that in context, the number is probably about $300 billion right now. We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain stablecoins, and new payment systems.
Things, the Department of Commerce is going to start issuing its statistics on the blockchain because you are the crypto president, and we are going to put out GDP on the blockchain so people can use the blockchain for data distribution, and then we're going to make that available to the entire government so all of you can do it. We're just ironing out all the details so we can do it.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you can reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services. It'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. But with today's announcement, we take a major step to bring healthcare into the digital age. Instead of filling out the same tedious paperwork at every medical appointment, patients will simply be able to grant their doctors access to their records at the push of a button. Just a button and you're all set, and all the information the doctor needs will be immediately transmitted.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
If we could tokenize all our ETFs, all $5.3 trillion of our ETFs, and provide that in a digital wallet, you could seamlessly, without fees, going from a digital currency or a stable coin or whatever that may be in your digital wallet and buy bond or stocks. And I believe that is going to be the future.
I believe we're going to be in the cutting edge of tokenizing bonds and stocks. It's coming. And we have the technology now. The fact that we are now moving forward in tokenization every bond and stock is crazy. Yeah. We should be moving towards that frontier. Obviously, there's winners and losers and all that, but we need to be prepared for the tokenization. And it would democratize more finance if we tokenized bonds and stocks.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And I give you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But because I give you the truth, you hate me. But remember, I'm just a watchman on the wall. And in 2026, it will be the beginning of global mass layoffs and the rise of the machines. Remember, 2026 to 2029, we are going to be on a wild ride. And we have the sheep sleep. They stay distracted on things that don't matter. My people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And that's because they're willfully ignorant. But they don't have long until reality is going to hit them in the face. And in 2026, we get crypto clarity before the midterms. And starting in 2027, the Hegelian dialectic is back. The divide and conquer, Democrat versus Republican. And they're going to ride it into the fourth industrial revolution. And since we have the genius bill, universal basic income is right around the corner, 2028, 2029. But we got China paying interest on their CBDC while the United States has no interest. And remember, that's a plan that moves in phases. And in the first quarter, I always tell you, we're going to get a pullback, but this year, because Japan is on the move, I see a pullback in the first and second quarter. And that's the reason why we got two repo operations. We got the Fed buying treasuries, the front end $40 billion worth until April, plus the Treasury manipulating that long end of the yield curve because no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And yes, finances is boring, but when you understand what's going on, it's the most entertaining thing in the world. It's unbelievable how the sheep fall for it. And that's the reason why they don't teach finances in school. Now we have the Supreme Court is going to let us know the decision on these tariffs. Either way is going to be bad, but one is long-term, one is short-term. If they have to pay the money back, of course, that's short-term. But if tariffs stay on, that's going to be long-term inflation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And since the Fed is cutting and Japan is raising, we have $8 trillion sitting in these money market accounts, and that money is going to leave and find yield. And in 2027, that's going to trigger a collapse of this legacy market, and Democrats are going to play the blame game on Republicans. And by that time, of course, we'll have Jerome Powell with a rolled off in the sun. They printed 80% of all money in existence in 2 years, destroying the dollar, creating all this inflation, and then also destroying the legacy market, so therefore they can bring in the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And they did all this under Trump and Jerome Powell. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And in order to bring in the machines, of course, they need that black swan, that crisis. And that's the reason why we're hearing the drums get louder. We hear the hacks being done by AI, and of course, you got to watch out for the Birdman. So we're going to see distractions being stepped up, movie after movie, while they move in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back right along with stocks. And we see the long end of that yield curve is pumping. Even though that front end is going down because we know the Fed is manipulating, the long end doesn't care. And I told you if that long end stays up, we're going to be pulling back. Remember, the bond market controls the markets, period. Even though they blame it on Greenland and tariffs, none of that has taken effect. The only thing we do is look at the bond market. We look at facts, the numbers. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Michael Saylor, of course, buying more Bitcoin. And we're not seeing it in the price. But remember, this is a plan. It moves in phases. These leveraged treasuries is not going to end well. But right now, they're selling a narrative. These big banks are still buying MicroStrategy. And Vanguard comes in and makes his first purchase of MicroStrategy. We know the banks are going to hold things up the same way they're doing the dollar, holding it up until they're able to bring in this new digital economy, because the dollar shouldn't be strong right along with silver and gold. Silver and gold are making new all-time highs every week because the dollar is gone. And we know we're about to enter that black swan. And I did a video in the Patreon, but it got deleted. I had to break it up because Patreon wouldn't allow me to download it as a whole video, and then the videos got deleted. So I will be re-uploading that tomorrow. I know some of you already watched it, but I was highly upset. But I will be re-uploading it so the rest of you can watch it, because it's a very, very important video, because we know a black swan is right around the corner. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. Again, we have the front end of the yield curve down. The long end is moving right on up. And we know the markets don't like that. And then we have the dollar down. And again, we have gold and silver making all-time highs. And looking at the price of gold and silver, you actually can estimate what the dollar right now is at. And remember, Trump has to devalue the dollar in order to devalue the debt to get us on this level playing field so this digital economy can work. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we know Wyoming is leading this digital economy. And don't forget, during the lockdowns, they weren't on lockdown. It was only a few states that weren't. And while the rest of the world was asleep, they was moving this fourth industrial revolution. And we have Kraken to facilitate USDC to Frontier Stable Token swaps on Solana starting tomorrow, says the Wyoming Stable Token Commission. And we know these stable coins are the foundation of this new digital economy. And more of these states are going to get these stable coins. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then we have the Fed. Repo at $1.2 billion on Friday. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed is doing 2 repos every now and then. And then also, the Fed now is buying treasuries. They're going to be doing like $53 billion over the next few weeks. And we have the Treasury manipulating that long end, because we know no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants that long-term paper. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And guys, we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have Davos in the house. And we know when it comes to Davos, they're going to give you the truth. But unfortunately, the sheep are asleep. They're going to let you know the plan. Remember, they always have to let you know the plan. And then you have to decide what you want to do. But of course, if the sheep sleep, they have no clue what the plan is. And guess what? They could care less. But at Davos, they're going to go over the same talking points. Bretton Woods, the dollar, gold, and how you never allow a crisis to go to waste. Because that's the time to do things that you never would have been able to get away with. And we saw that during the C word, and during this black swan. We're going to see the rise of the machines, these digital currencies, run the economy without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs down, Solana, XRP down, and we know the stock market also is taking a hit. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have nearly 30% of all ETH is now staked. And we know the whales are driving up these numbers. And never forget, the whales can sit and wait and chill all day. They printing the money off the printing press. They have all the patience in the world. And like Warren Buffett stated, the key to transferring wealth is patience. And I'm an old man, and I know that's a fact. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have OpenAI plans to debut its first AI device in the second half of 2026. And most of the dates that we're getting for all this technology to start coming is 26 and 27. Not 5 years away, not 10, not 20. You're talking about this year or next year. That lets you know this technology is ready. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bermuda teams up with Coinbase and Circle aiming to build a fully on-chain economy. And guys, we know, I don't care what country, what island, wherever you go, they all have a plan for this new digital economy. And that lets us know what? That's right, the central banks are pushing the agenda. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to understand this technology. Because the only thing they want the sheep to do is tap and keep it moving. While we're going to be staking and earning yield, the only thing they're going to be doing is getting that free money. And the only thing they're going to be able to do with that free money is spend. And they're going to tell you what you can spend on it. Because we know these stable coins are programmable. Being able to tell you what, when, and how to buy. And you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And don't forget, because we're moving to a digital economy, we know prices are going to fluctuate maybe every 30 minutes, hour, day, and they're going to know exactly what you like and be able to raise the price because everybody wants this item or they know that you want that item. Remember, they have all the data. They're going to know you better than you know yourself. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, these AI agents are going to run your digital twin. And then lastly, we have Trump family 6.8 billion fortune is increasingly tied to crypto. He's added 1.4 billion since inauguration to the crypto fortune. And it is unbelievable. You have the President of the United States. His family and friends are pushing this digital economy, and the sheep have no clue. They're just sitting on the sideline, worried about things that don't matter, taking 2 to 4 to 6 hours watching sports. And there's nothing wrong with watching sports on television, but turn the volume off and do something productive because you know your life is about to change. You can lie to everybody else, but like my grandma used to say, don't lie to yourself. Guys, you better get prepared. And that's what that Patreon video was so important because the fact is, it lets you know that black swan is coming. And preparation is definitely the key. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.